Before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications so you never miss another powerful story. Today, we're diving into the extraordinary life of Dwayne "Dog" Chapman, a man the world once believed was unstoppable. With his sunglasses, long blonde hair, and fearless attitude, he looked like someone nothing could break. But behind that tough exterior was a lifetime of pain, struggle, and choices that shaped him into the man millions came to know. His journey wasn't just about hunting fugitives, it was about wrestling with his own demons, and every victory he claimed came with a price far deeper than the cameras ever captured. Dwayne Chapman was born on February 2, 1953 in Denver, Colorado. His father, a Navy welder and former boxer, believed discipline meant force. His mother, a Sunday school teacher, prayed for peace, but the storms inside their home rarely calmed. As a child, Dog grew up thinking fear was normal and pain was expected. His father's wooden paddle left marks he tried to hide, and his mother's prayers felt too small to protect him. Only years later did Dog realize how deeply those early wounds shaped the man he would become. By the time he was 16, the abuse at home had become unbearable. He ran away and found shelter in the rough world of motorcycle gangs. The Devil's Disciples became his new family, a place where loyalty was earned through violence and survival came before everything else. Ironically, it was in this chaos that he received a nickname that would follow him forever. During a bar fight, Dog defended his faith, and someone mocked him by saying, "You fight like a dog, God spelled backward." Instead of being insulted, he wore the name like armor. In 1972, Dwayne married his first wife, LaFonda Sue Darnell, and settled in Texas. They had 2 sons, Dwayne Lee and Leland, but peace was unfamiliar territory for him, and life soon spiraled out of control. In 1976, he found himself connected to a drug deal that ended in tragedy. He hadn't pulled the trigger, but Texas law didn't care. He was charged as an accomplice to murder. That decision marked the beginning of a darker chapter in his life, one that would completely redefine who he was. Dog served 18 months of a 5-year sentence, but prison became the place where he discovered the parts of himself he never knew existed. He worked as a barber for the guards and once saved an inmate during an escape attempt, preventing officers from shooting him. It was a moment that shifted how people saw him. One guard even told him he had the instincts of a professional tracker. Those words lingered in his mind. When he finally walked out of prison in 1978, he had lost almost everything: his marriage, his reputation, and his direction. Yet walking through those gates also gave him something new: purpose. He realized redemption wasn't just a dream, it was a mission. He entered the world of bounty hunting, chasing fugitives across Colorado and Hawaii. Dog's harsh past, street instincts, and unwavering faith became the tools that shaped his new identity. Every capture felt like reclaiming a piece of his own life, and every fugitive he apprehended reminded him of the second chance he was fighting to protect. It wasn't just a career, it was his rebirth. Life after prison wasn't easy. With little money and plenty of emotional scars, Dog found himself drifting between guilt and survival. He married Ann Tegnell, a 17-year-old he met at a biker party, and the relationship crumbled under addiction and financial struggle. They had 3 children, but the grief of losing their infant son, Zebediah, shattered what was left of their fragile marriage. By 1982, Ann left with the kids, leaving Dog once again alone and searching for meaning. Later that year, he met Lissa Ray Britton. Their relationship began impulsively. Dog offered money for her to carry his child. They had 3 kids together, but his chaotic bounty hunting lifestyle clashed with her quiet personality. By 1991, their marriage also ended. Even so, Dog's reputation in the bounty hunting world continued to rise. He became known as relentless, determined, and unafraid to go after anyone. To him, every fugitive was someone who needed the chance he once got. In 1988, fate brought Beth Smith into his life, a woman who could match Dog's fire with her own. She was bold, fearless, and refused to back down from anything. Their lives collided when he bailoed her out of jail, and from that messy beginning grew a love story that would change everything. By the late 1990s, they were living in Hawaii, running Durkine bail bonds together, blending their families, and building a partnership that would soon capture the world's attention. Dog's global fame began in 2003 when he captured Andrew Luster, the fugitive cosmetics heir hiding in Mexico. The arrest made worldwide headlines, but it also got Dog, Bate, and Leland arrested because bounty hunting was illegal there. They spent nights in jail before being released. Soon after, his fame exploded. In 2004, A&E launched Dog the Bounty Hunter, showcasing the dramatic captures, heartfelt prayers, and intense family dynamics that made viewers tune in week after week. But the pressure of fame came with a cost. Behind the scenes, tension grew between Dog's older sons and Bate over money and control. Eventually, Dwayne Lee and Leland left the show. In 2007, a leaked phone call of Dog using a racial slur nearly destroyed his career. Sponsors pulled out, A&E suspended the show, and his reputation split in two, public hero and flawed father. After months of apologies and reflection, the network brought him back, but the damage lingered like a wound that never fully healed. By 2012, Dog looked nothing like the invincible man viewers once knew. The show ended, and the spotlight that once made him powerful now exposed the cracks in his life. Yet through every scandal, Bate remained his anchor, until the day everything changed. In 2017, Bate was diagnosed with stage 2 throat cancer. For Dog, it was a nightmare he couldn't outrun. The woman who fought beside him through every battle was now fighting for her own life. Their struggle was documented in Dog and Bate, Fight of Their Lives. Viewers saw Dog stripped of his tough guy persona, terrified of losing his soulmate. After treatment, Bate was declared cancer-free, briefly. By late 2018, her cancer returned aggressively, spreading to her lungs. Despite the pain, she insisted on filming Dog's Most Wanted. She didn't want pity, she wanted purpose. But on June 26, 2019, Bate passed away in Honolulu. Her final words to Dog, "Let me go," became a memory he carried like a scar. Her death shattered him. Dog fell into deep grief, admitting he even considered ending his life. Financial problems and health issues added to the storm. Doctors later discovered a life-threatening blood clot in his lungs. Dr. Oz urged him to seek therapy and quit smoking, but no treatment could fill the void Bate left behind. Dog, the man who chased fugitives around the world, now found himself running from heartbreak he couldn't escape. In early 2020, rumors spread about Dog's growing closeness with Moon Angel, a longtime family friend. Photos went viral and fans reacted harshly. Even Dog's daughter Lissa spoke out angrily. On live television, Dog proposed to Moon, but she declined, insisting they were only friends. Dog later admitted he was confused, lonely, and emotionally broken. He said he only wanted to know how the world would react. The world made its judgment clear, and Dog stepped away from the drama. Later that year, something unexpected happened. Dog connected with Francie Frayne, a Colorado rancher who had also lost a spouse to cancer. Their relationship began through shared grief and late-night conversations about faith and survival. What started as comfort grew into genuine love. Dog proposed in May 2020, saying he believed God had brought them together. Despite criticism from fans and even some family members, he said, "Bate would want me to be happy." In September 2021, Dog and Francie married in a quiet ceremony. Together, they focused on healing and purpose. In 2023, they settled in Georgia and founded the Dog Foundation, dedicated to helping survivors of human trafficking. Dog began speaking at Christian events, telling people about the power of forgiveness and second chances. He even started writing his book, 9 Lives and Counting. But peace never stays long in Dog's world. In 2025, tragedy struck when Francie's son accidentally shot and killed his own 13-year-old son. The Chapman family was devastated. The tragedy reopened wounds Dog had spent years trying to close. He had already buried his daughter Barbara in 2006 after a fatal car crash the night before his wedding to Bate. Now another young life was gone. Dog said quietly, "Our family knows tragedy too well, but we still believe in grace." Even as he supported Francie, he wrestled with his own past. Every loss felt like a reminder of the life he once lived, a life where pain and love always collided. Dog's children have also carried heavy burdens. Some battled addiction, grief, or legal troubles. His daughter Lissa built her own life and marriage. His youngest son Gary faced national headlines after a police pursuit resulted in a teenager's death. Dog testified to help him get reinstated, standing by him the way he wished someone had stood by him decades earlier. Even through controversies, like criticism from comments he made at a Christian rally, Dog continued to speak about faith, forgiveness, and second chances. Now in his 70s, Dog Chapman lives quietly in Georgia, surrounded by his dogs, his wife, and the memories of everyone he has loved and lost. His home is filled with photos, prayers, and reminders of the battles he survived. He often says he no longer hunts fugitives, he hunts peace, but peace for him has always been a fugitive of its own. As he once said, "When my time comes, I just hope I finally catch what I've been looking for." His life isn't a story of perfection, it's a story of survival,